let's talk about how That Surprise TV or That Surprise Witness, also known as BJ Investigates, how she debunked one of Tisa Tell's tales. Okay?
Now, I was going to mind my black business, but that's not going to last long.
So remember Jonathan Oddi, the guy who went into the president's properties, one of his properties, and basically fired inside that property and had an exchange with the police, and he got arrested. During his interrogation, he deflected by talking about the F-offs he had with Cassie and Diddy, which were true. Cassie confirmed that during the Diddy trial, right? Okay. Now, if you let Tisa tell it the way she was telling it, she had people thinking that Diddy had offed or deleted Jonathan Oddi. People were so tired of her creating video after video, going on saying, "Where's Jonathan Oddi? Jonathan is missing." And in one of my previous videos, I actually showed you Tisa's thumbnail where she said, "Rest in peace to Jonathan Oddi," even having a date when Jonathan Oddi supposedly died. And in that video, she was insinuating that Diddy deleted him. If you've been following Tisa, you know what I'm talking about. And if I find that thumbnail, I'm going to include it right here. Because some of you are too slow. Liking Tisa is not a problem, but we have to hold her accountable. The same way she wants some people to be held accountable, she has to be held accountable for the lies she tells. Now, Tisa's followers were so sick and tired of her reporting video after video insinuating that Diddy had basically deleted Jonathan Oddi. That's why we were not hearing from Jonathan. So they decided to go look for someone credible, someone with integrity. They went to That Surprise Witness or TV. I forget which one it is, Witness or TV. I watch her. I was watching her when she kept on reading comments of people saying, "Hey, can you look into Jonathan Oddi? What did Diddy do to him?" This was prior to Diddy's trial. And it was like maybe 2 videos. People kept asking her. And she said, okay, fine, guys. I'm going to look into this Jonathan Oddi, find out what happened. Guess what she had to do? Log in virtually into Jonathan Oddi's court hearing. That's it. Tisa, who was so invested in Jonathan's well-being, didn't even bother to research and log into Jonathan's court hearing and see, where is Jonathan? Instead, she wanted to perpetuate and make you think Diddy was so scared he offed this guy he did F-offs with. Right? So that surprise witness logged into the first court hearing she attended. She would come back and tell us, Jonathan Oddi was not there. That's odd, she said. I don't know what's happening. Something funny. Then she attended a second court hearing and she reported back, "I didn't see Jonathan Oddi, but his lawyer was there talking about something happened, delays, maybe he was not feeling well, some kind of reason why he could not be in attendance." But the third time she went, guess what? She was like, "Guys, I saw him. Jonathan is alive. He was there. He attended. He is alive. He is well." No, Diddy did not delete him. When she reported that, it shattered Tisa's tale of Diddy may have. "Oh, what is happening? Diddy is scared. Oh, that's why Jonathan Oddi is nowhere to be found." Going as far as saying, "Rest in peace, Jonathan Oddi," with a date. Tell me what this means, right? And by the way, in my last video, I never, ever, ever, ever said, and if you find it, timestamp it for me, that the guy who was yelling at Tisa Tells is a man Wiggins. There were 2 stories in that video. But I do realize that Tisa Tells followers are very slow, but that's okay. Anyway, so not only did that surprise witness crush Tisa, showing that Jonathan Oddi was alive, think about why Jonathan Oddi's case may be delayed. He was inside a property of a sitting president with a weapon. That's big news, big deal. Not because of Diddy. Are you serious? And this was during Trump's first term, not right now. You don't go inside a president's property and shoot and think you're going to get off. And when they ask you why you did it, you start telling them about your F-offs with Cassie and Diddy. And yeah, maybe, just maybe, Diddy paid him off. But that was prior to Cassie's, I believe that was prior to Cassie's lawsuit. That interrogation was way before Cassie even filed her lawsuit. Way before we even knew that there were these things called F-offs. What? Not only did that surprise witness debunk Tisa Tells' stories, Jonathan Oddi's ex-wife sat down with Law and Crime, I believe, some YouTube channel, and she said, I visit him in jail. He's there. He's alive. And she went on to talk about, how he suddenly came into money and bought properties. She too believed maybe Diddy gave him money. Not that Diddy offed him, that maybe Diddy paid him off. And the story is Diddy probably paid him off because Jonathan Oddi was basically saying, I'm going to tell the world. Jonathan Oddi was going broke. And Diddy was like, don't, here's money. That was way before Cassie filed the lawsuit. So if Diddy wanted to delete him, he could have done it then. And the only reason why we know about Jonathan Oddi was because of what Jonathan Oddi did inside Trump's hotel, not because of what he did with Diddy. Let's get that straight. Somehow Tisa twisted this whole thing like we knew about Jonathan Oddi because of Diddy. No. So we had that surprise witness see Jonathan Oddi. We've had his wife this year, 2025, tell us that Jonathan Oddi is alive. And yes, his case is being delayed. Things are happening. But why is it still being delayed even after Diddy has been arrested? Proof, it has nothing to do with Diddy. But Tisa went on and on and on and on as if this guy was sitting in prison because of Diddy. No, that was never the reason why he was arrested. And that was never the reason why his case is being delayed. He messed with the most powerful man's property in the world, the most powerful man in the world, the United States president. That's why, not Diddy. And, I asked myself, why, Tisa? Diddy is a monster. He's a bad guy. But why lie on him? Why add a crime that he didn't commit? We've seen her do this to Jay-Z too. This is not me saying Jay-Z is a great guy. No. But why lie on people you can find evidence of bad things they've done? Now, I don't have evidence on Jay-Z, but I'm talking about Diddy. We've heard the evidence. We read Cassie's lawsuit. Why try to add murder? Why? I just don't understand. And for those of you who are saying she doesn't lie, I can start keeping record for you because clearly you guys are slow. You are the best victims for certain YouTubers. Why didn't she log in? She didn't have to go to Florida for Jonathan Oddi's court hearing like she traveled to New York City for Diddy's case or trial. All she had to do is log in from the comfort of her home, just like that surprise witness did. That's all. But the moment that surprise witness debunked her, she stopped talking about, what happened to Jonathan Oddi, rest in peace, giving us a date when he supposedly died, when the guy is alive. And if he dies, it has nothing to do with Diddy. There's no point of killing that guy anymore because everything is out. But if Tisa has to tell it when that guy truly dies, it's going to connect to Diddy somehow, right? Based on her history. So listen with your mind, don't listen with your eyes. And again, if this sounds like jealousy, well, then I'm jealous.